Well, hello there, everybody, and this is Auntie, and I am coming to you with an Auntie Say It Isn't So, Say It Isn't So. A&E pulls adults adopting adults off the air after concerns were raised over star Danny Huff's creepy A behavior. Let's get into it.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that everybody
You can make this up.
Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
needs. Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Hey everybody, sorry I am not on screen. I have my avatar because I am taking care of some business. Okay. So please excuse the avatar for tonight. I'm not supposed to be coming out here to you all until Friday, but my reliable, okay, moderator Mary sent me an article, and I said I had to come out and talk about it. As you all know, I have been covering the show Adults Adopting Adults, and I did not cover it last week. Nor had I planned on covering it this week. My intention was to come out and to let you all know that I would not be covering the show anymore and why I would not. There were some things that I was kind of concerned about as it related to the show. And so I just really was, oh my God, just like, should I cover this show anymore because of this guy's behavior and just the sheer possibility that there may be something that could happen or could be revealed in the show that would just absolutely take me to another place, right? And so before I could even get an opportunity to tell you all that, this Friday Mary sends me this article. I've put the article down in the description box, and it's coming from the dailybeast.com. And again, the article reads, A&E pulls adults adopting adults off the air after concerns raised over star Danny Huff's creepy behavior. The article is dated today, 2/22/22. Okay. And so let me read it to you, and then we can unpack it and talk about it. So hold on, y'all. So fans accuse Danny Huff of having an ulterior motive for adopting 20-year-old Elena, pointing to his own admission that he tried to adopt an 18-year-old that he later fell for. Um, Annie has pulled its controversial new show, as well as removing all online episodes after fans have raised concerns about one of the show's star, Danny Huff, the Daily Beast confirmed. It says the docu-series, which premiered in January, was set to release a fourth episode on Monday night, but it failed to air. By Tuesday morning, the show had been wiped from A&E's official website, and previous episodes were no longer available to purchase on Apple TV or available to play on YouTube. The show follows a handful of couples who are looking to adopt other adults, with Ohio based Huff and his wife Christy becoming breakout stars of the series, but not in the way that they may have hoped. The married couple are planning to adopt a pregnant 20-year-old Alina from Austria, okay, whom Huff had met online in the social media group for those interested in adult adoption. Fans soon accused Huff of having an ulterior motive for adopting her, pointing to his own admission that he previously tried to adopt an 18-year-old girl, but things didn't work out because Huff had developed feelings for the teen. Now, you all remember in the show, he talks um, about that. His wife, Christy, cried, moaned, and groaned about that. It indicated that, it wasn't the best time in their relationship for them to be doing this. She had mentioned that she had left him for 6 months in the last episode that we saw. Like, this woman is crying out to her friend. She's trying to have a conversation with him about, stepping up and doing what he's supposed to do. And by Alina's own admission, she really didn't have a good relationship with Christy as well. Her relationship basically was with him. It wasn't, even with the wife. Christy was so concerned about the relationship between her husband and this young lady that she bought a trailer. I believe she said she spent $5,000-$6,000 on the trailer outside of the home so that her husband, I guess, would not even be tempted to be with the girl and she could, sleep in peace. Now, in my review, I indicated that, if somebody gonna do something right, he can go out there and do whatever he want to do. But I just was like, whatever. It says the writing seems to be on the wall for the would-be family of three, and my colleague Nick nailed the concerned sentiments in his review last month of the series. It says Danny untoward motivations for bringing Alina into the household are obvious, and yet with a big smile, he routinely professes his excitement about being a dad and about being a granddad. And they said that Christy looks on in misery. He situates Alina in the trailer right outside his front door, buys her tons of baby clothes, and pays for her medical appointments, and says things like, at the end of the day, Alina, I want you to stay right here because I like hugging on you and you're awful sweet. While A&E did not respond to the Daily Beast request for comments on why the show was pulled, Huff confirmed to the Daily Beast that he was aware the show had been taken down and no longer on air. However, he insisted that the accusations regarding his behavior were not the reason the show seemed to be indefinitely canned. He also denied acting inappropriately towards Alina, saying any allegations of misconduct are absolutely false. He said in quotes, I never had an inappropriate action. I never had any inappropriate actions, words, comments, anything to her, he said. But in a follow-up request, Huff did not respond to a request for a comment about a since deleted TikTok video that began circulating last week. So when I first saw this article, oh, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Bobby, for the $99 super chat. Thank you so much, boo. Thank you. I'm sorry, I was so busy reading the article, I didn't even see this. Thank you so much, boo. Now, a lot of us thought that, when you first read the article, you would think that basically their reason for taking this show off of the air had to do with that creepy behavior. However, there's a spin on the story. In a TikTok that he had circulating, I believe it is now deleted, Huff said the following. Racism is alive and well in this country, he said in a video posted last February to his official TikTok account. Then they have here in quotes, unfortunately, it comes from the blacks. Okay, so what is and who are the blacks? Now, anytime you come out your mouth and you say the blacks, those people, boo. Boo. Who are the blacks? Now, He says it goes on to say whites aren't racist for the most part. We don't care. Black History Month, BET, all black colleges, HBCUs, Black Lives Matter. These are just examples of how racism is alive and well in this country. There's so many things that I could say about this particular TikTok crap that he put up, indicating that African American people are the ones who are racist. We don't have the economical resources to be racist. Like, for real? Then he goes on to list these black things: Black History Month, BET, all black colleges, Black Lives Matters. These are a couple of examples of how racism is alive and well in this country. He canceled himself, in my opinion, with making a comment like this. I've noticed over the past year or so, even in the midst of the Black Lives Matter, right? That there are quite a few, let me gather my thoughts. Quite a few of the shows that we watch, from Bravo to 90 Day Fiance, that this subject matter is coming up quite a bit with these now deleted TikToks, Instagram, Facebook posts of these Z-list celebrities at best are not being vetted by these producers, executive producers, networks, in my opinion. They are not vetting these people. Now, they are saying in this article that this was something that he said, I believe they said in this article, it was about a year ago that he said this. So why didn't A&E do the research on these people's social media platforms? Go to their Facebook, go to the, hire an intern to do this. Now, I'm not sure whether or not this is what broke the camel's back. I don't know if that's the case, but it absolutely, if this is what he did, right? Because we gotta say if, and allegedly, and in my opinion, if this is what he did, he deserved to be canceled. But I don't know why they pulled the whole show. So in this article, they're indicating that he did this, but then they're also talking about, the alleged creepiness of this guy. And in my opinion, I believe he's creepy as well. But what happened to the other people who are on the show? Why didn't they, A&E? If A&E cut this show because of this and not because of the creepiness of some of these cast members, why didn't they just cut his scene out if it was about him? See, when I watched the last episode of this particular show and I watched the other couple, the African American couple, I thought that their segment was creepy too. The reason why I say that is because the father, when talking to the adopted daughter, the one that's being adopted, he said, "There's no me without you." That completely turned my stomach. Like when I say turn my stomach, I mean it turned my stomach. Because what do you mean there's no me without you? Wouldn't that be something that you would reserve for your spouse? There's no me without you. There's no us without we. So when the father said that, it disturbed me. And I just sat back for a minute and was like, you know what? That just really, something about that didn't sit right with me because he can exist without this adopted girl. I mean, at the end of the day, this chick is what, 18, 19, 20 years old? And so you've always been who you are with or without this girl. Then the wife already had a problem with her previous husband when she tried to do the same thing. Her daughter doesn't want anything to do with them or this adopted girl that's coming into the home. And they're insisting on going to adopt her. Now, she indicated the one that's being adopted, I can't think of her name, and I don't have it up on my computer and stuff, right? Because I just came out, you know, willy nilly, Maisie and I. But she indicated that her biological father ain't do nothing wrong. He wasn't a bad dad. She was taken care of. So I'm just like, what is this? And then the new man that's being introduced was married to Zsa Zsa Gabor. And I don't even know how many of you all are about my age and can remember Zsa Zsa Gabor. But he was adopted, okay, and then he became a prince, and so he married Zsa Zsa Gabor, and now he is wanting to adopt a son to carry on his name. And I just was like, this show is really this show is really, really getting creepy. And I think that A&E, while they are not indicating why exactly this show was pulled, I think it was the right move. And I had already made a decision that I was not going to cover this show anymore. Because just the insinuation or the speculation that any of them would be with these kids is unacceptable on every level. Every level. Sometimes you can find humor in things, and sometimes you cannot. And while I thought that this show had the potential to be something that we all could get together once a week to discuss, I've soon discovered that, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Not going to be able to do it. The show appeared to be extremely problematic. And a lot of the things that, we were, with every show that you watch, you're left to your own speculation about certain things. And I just didn't even want to speculate. So the show has been pulled. Again, I think it was the right decision to pull it. But I wish that these networks would do their homework on these people as it relates to racism. It's funny that he would say that racism is alive and well, because when we turn on our television, we see it over and over. That indeed, that is the truth. However, for him to imply that it is us, or Black people, or African Americans, or people of color, that we're the ones who are doing this and perpetrating this, Use a damn lie. Use a damn lie. So I'm going to end this live. Thank you all so much for being here again. I apologize for not being able to be on screen with you all. Got a lot going on. And so I will return on Friday. Unless something else happened or Mary sends me another text message, expect to see me and hear back from me on Friday. I love you all to pieces. Thank you all so much for all of your love, your support, and thank you for your patience during this time. I love you all to pieces, and y'all have a great, great night. Bye, y'all.